What's up, people? Welcome back to the channel. All right, we got well, this actually has been out. I don't want to act like well, this is not really me first finding out, but I am a little late to the party. We got a couple of reprints that have been coming out. A couple things have been shaking up. So like we always do, we want to go over a couple of the cards on the market. Yeah, all right. I wanted to thank you guys for showing up. If you like the information here, go ahead and like and subscribe. We do still have that giveaway. I haven't talked about it in a while, but I am still trying to get that going to where I give away the Ash Blossom. So eventually we'll get to that 100 subscribers. But yeah, man, until then, we're chilling here making these videos. So starting off with Baron de Fleur. Okay, it says 130 here, but we all know this is complete bogus. This card has been trending down. Yes, it had like that 75. Let's just call this at $75. They got a couple copies here at 76. But this was a solid 120, 130. This was very much, it was worth it, but also wasn't worth it because it came out of a really bad set. So if it would have came out of a regular set, maybe it'd be like a 70, 60, maybe $90 card. But if you wanted to play Sword Soul, and if you wanted to play those little extra strategies, I think Punk also played this a little bit too, you kind of had to kind of come in here and pay that price point. But no more. She is going to be having a reprint. She is going down. She's also falling down in popularity, so that's also kind of contributing to it. So it kind of sucks because if you need it, you still got to pay kind of a high price point. But like I said, if you want to play it in a side deck, or you're just thinking about it, just wait. Once she's reprinted, she'll be a little bit cheaper. I can't speak on it because this will be her first reprint. So if it's a short print, then this could go to 80 and the reprint could be 60. So we'll see how that goes. But let's move on to the next card. I want to talk about Artifact Dagda. Why do I want to talk about Dagda? Maybe people are gonna get mad. Maybe people don't agree with me, but very much Scythelock has fallen out of the favor. Like people are not really trying to do the whole Scythelock board. Everyone's more about, it's like if you're either putting a barrier statue or you're playing some type of graveyard Ishizu deck that says either chill elements or it works with Ishizu, so that way you could get pluses off what they're sending, or maybe you're running Madolche to where you could kind of plus and still run with what they do. So this is kind of falling out of favor right now. But just because it's falling out of favor, it used to be, it was pretty high a few months ago, doesn't mean it's just cheap. They're $5. They do only have the one. If I remember, there's only one printing. Yeah, there's only one printing of this Dagda. So it's $5 right now. If you don't have your Dagda, I suggest you go ahead and pick up your Dagda. Why? Because this just makes sense for this card to eventually come back if it doesn't get hit. Like if Scythe gets hit, then no, it's not. Yeah, it's not going to come back. But we don't have Mystic Mine. Barrier statues can't be played just in every single deck. It is true that there is that there's the Falcon. What is it? The Raid Raptor XYZ that allows Castiran now to be able to summon. Yeah, I think so, because it's 2 level 7 monsters. You can summon in Castiran, you could summon the Wind Barrier statue. So that's another deck that gets out the Barrier statue. But either way, Barrier statue is not for every deck, but what is for almost every deck is Dagda. Almost every single deck has the ability to summon Dagda, and they could put themselves in a position to trigger Dagda's effect, so that way they could go ahead and set Artifact Scythe. So yeah, go back. Dagda, we're looking at about $5, $6 for a Dagda, and then that will get you into the Scythe. Now the Scythes have very much come down. You have the common from the Albaz structure deck. If you don't have a Scythe, you should have a Scythe, but if for some reason you don't have it, here it is right here, 10 cents for a common. You really only need to run it at 1, maybe 2. So running at a common is fine. I think the highest one would probably be, I was gonna say it's the original one, but look at this, 75, $1. It's a dollar for the Battles of Legend one. Here's super rares, same thing. They're about 99 cents, $1. Yeah, so like the super rares are about $1. The ultras are $1. So like they're not really that expensive right now. So this right here is a very good engine, just a small engine to have. You don't have to have the whole thing. Just like a nice small little engine. This is another one. You could even have one Scythe and one like Mortal the better one is Scythe, because Scythe gives you that lock. It's plus also it's a bigger body than than the barrier statue, so it's a little harder to beat over. But like I said, it isn't for, like you said, barrier statue for every deck. Neither is Scythelock. But there's another card. Morotalk. Morotalk is 185, almost $2. I think, yeah, for the original super rare. But it does have cheap versions. Well, actually, no. Oh, wow, okay, wow, look at that. Okay, look at this. So we're looking at 68, 69 cents. They're slowly going up. So we're probably only a couple cards away from us having $1 copies across the board. So I could very much see this creeping up to $2, $3, maybe even $5. This right here could be the same thing, $4, and this could hold at $1 to $2. You can see a small resurgence of these cards. Like, people forget, like, these are not bad cards. Like, you have, I'm gonna show you what you have, but you have ways to bring them out. Like, one of them, okay, we'll go to the next right now. You know, like I said, these are kind of cheap right now. If you got to get your super rare copies before these commons, because these commons are already creeping up to $1. So these could easily get to $2, especially because they came out of the OTS. These could be $2 commons. These could be $3 to $5 super. So you could pick these up now before anything potentially happens. One of the things that might happen is this: people could start to realize that we have cards like this. We have cards like this. Now, this has not been used in a while. It's also not super incredibly useful right now, especially because we lost Mystic Mine, so now it's even less of a reason to run it. But we actually know. We now have Macrocosmos and Dimensional Fissure. Alright? Those are two cards that you very much want to get rid of, and Artifact Ignition is a way for you to get rid of spell and trap cards, and it allows you to set a freaking an artifact from your deck. So across the board, they're going for about 80 cents. The only one that's kind of up, they say this one right here, but even this one's at 80 cents, 90 cents, all the dollars. So the only expensive one is the original Primal Origins or ultra rare. So what the effect reads is target one spell trap card on the field. So it doesn't matter. It could even be your own. It could even be your own. You could destroy something on your own. You could destroy some of theirs. Destroy that target, and if you do, set one artifact monster directly from your deck to your spell and trap card zone as a spell card. If this card in its own possession is destroyed by an opponent's card, your opponent skips their next battle phase. So it's like you could set it. Like if you don't really need, like turn one, you could set it, and if they do out it, they're not able to attack you. So like it's man, it's like if they destroy it, then they can't attack you. So that means no matter what they do, they're not going to be able to just kill you that turn. So in the way you was designed, if you build your deck right, you could probably come back and do a play, especially if you have, board wipes, you have Dark Lord No More, things to negate the board that they put up, because they're going to sit there and put up a board, maybe pop your one last back row, and then if they can't go into their battle phase, yeah, I'm not saying it's the most useful thing. It's not the most useful thing in the world. Like, don't sit there and say, "Oh, it's gonna save me every game." No, it's just something that's out there. And then, and if you do decide to use it, or say you're going second and you got to get rid of that annoying back row, you activate this and you get to set an artifact directly from your deck. So if you run like Scythe and Moral Talk, you basically kind of have a way to use your combo to get one of them out, and then you have this to get the other one out, to put you in a position to have both of them out, so that way you could sit there and you could do Dagda to get to special the Scythe or something, or do Dagda set the Scythe and then pop that, and then you have something else to pop another one. Like, it's a little bit of a setup, but if Yu-Gi-Oh could set up a board of 1,000,000 negates, there's ways to do little things in your combo where you could, this could be a possible card to incorporate. Even if it's not in a combo, you could still use this just to pop a back row and set an artifact. You literally lose no advantage. Like, it's like if this is the only card in your hand, your opponent has a spell and trap card, you activate it one for one, and then you get rid of both of them. Then you replace both of those cards, replace them with the artifact on your side. So it's like a +1 in card advantage if you're running artifacts. Yeah. That's the rant. I look at the time and I'm already ranting. Halfway through and already did a rant. Alright. So here's another card that very much helps you out with this whole artifact engine is Sanctum. Sanctum is like the third way. So 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 like right here. Oh my god. Okay, here we go. This is the first way that you get them out. This is the second way, and then this would be like the third way. So like there's 3 ways to get those cards out of your deck. So you don't even have to run 2 copies. You can run 1 copy of the ones that you need, and then you can just incorporate this small engine. But what I did not realize is these cards are actually not as low as I thought they were. When I first pulled these up, I thought they were gonna be like $4. No, these are actually pretty expensive. So you got a moderate replace for $7.99, $8.49, $8.50. $7.95. These are about $8 to $9 cards, and it just makes sense. This right here is like Vanity's Emptiness. You know, like if you summon Scythe, like this card is multiple different cards in one depending on what you do. I gotta add this into that video that I was talking about. This one right here is like multiple different cards in one. See, you can see all the different artifacts in there. That represents the different like effects that you know that this thing could potentially have. So this has always been one of my favorite cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, I remember when this card first came out, I just thought it was so broken, especially because when I read Scythe, I ran it with, oh man, like I remember one of my favorite decks I ever ran in Yu-Gi-Oh! Was Metaphos ABC Artifacts, and I took that to a YCS. I made it to day 2. I was right there in the bubble. I couldn't make it. It was a pretty it was a lot going on. There's some pendulum stuff and all that. But I remember, oh, that was so much fun running this card. I have a lot of memories. I love this card. It has a lot of utility, and it just makes sense why it's so much money. $5.25. You know, like we're looking at $5 for the so near mint, yes. So 6. So like if you want like a near mint light play, they're $5, $6 either way. That is just amazing. And also too, this has never been reprinted anything lower than a ultra rare. So that's also what's not helping. There is no common, there's no rare, there's only secret and there's ultra. So so it's never been reprinted in, I guess, a super easy way to get. And yeah, look at that. Been in 2 Battle Legends. This is probably one of the most resilient cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! To where you give it a million reprints and it will not go down. Like, Konami's gonna have to put this in, like, I don't even think putting it in a OTS would bring the price down like a lot. Like, even if you put a common in there from OTS, that common will still be $1, and these would still probably fetch like a $3 to $4 price point. So yeah, so just remember that if you are looking for this, or if you have any of these, they're all about $5 to $9 a copy, depending on which one you want. So yeah, watch out for that one. Danger Nessie. Okay, so I went through. I looked at the list. Like, we could see the list of the Dark Lord structure deck. Let's see, where was it at? Oh no, I don't want this. Get this out of here. Yeah, okay, you see the list right here. You got like the Bigfoot and the Mothman, the Thunderbird, the Tsuchinoko. Yeah, this is just, it's like, okay, this is cool, this is cool, this is cool, that's cool, that's cool. But why all these dangers are still money? Dangers are still money. It's like, you look, dangers are in there, and dangers are still money. You got the gold rare one. That's still going. It's going up, as a matter of fact. Look at this. It was going down. Now it's at 5.50, 5. No, 5. I'll say 5 o'clock. $5. Look at this, another one. This is 19, but no, 9, 10, 10, 9. Still good. Even though, like, that's also another thing. Like, even though we have macro back and we have defissure back, it's not gonna stop graveyard strategies. They're not just gonna go away and be bad. Like, you still have to draw those cards. You still have to. Your opponent still has to not out them. Like, it's still Yu-Gi-Oh. All right, look at that. Secret rares, 23 mod play. Let's see. Can we find a light play on? Oh, yeah, okay. We'll find some light plays at 28, 28, 28, 29. Okay, maybe we might find a light play here. Near mint light play unlimited's 26. Look at that, 25, $26 for. Wow, that's the lowest. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Like, I mean, like, it is a good card. I'm not saying it's not deserving of that price point, but it's like, people are not running it as much like this. Like if Tier Elements was running this still, like if Tier Danger was part of the Tier 0 strategy, or like a compending Tier 0 deck, or even a Tier 1 deck, I'd understand. But I think people would even rather pay pure Tier Elements over Tier Element Danger, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know. Here you got Chupacabra. I don't think Chupacabra came in there, so I can understand Chupacabra. You got the common right here. This just, this one didn't. This one I don't think got a reprint. So that one's just shooting up. Makes sense because not having a reprint. So yeah, look at that. And then there's not that many on here. Oh my god. Okay, that's crazy. Okay, so there's one page. How many listings? There's 10. Oh no, 10 listings per page. Oh yeah, 10 listings. Let's see, what's this? 24, 25, 26. So you got 26 and 36. So that's 50, 62. You got about 62 listings, if I'm not mistaken. That is just ridiculous. There's 62 listings. Over half of them are like $5, $6. So yeah, so like if you want one, you're paying $4.85 a piece no matter what. And then right after that, it goes to about 550, and then jumps to like 960 to 960. That is just wild. People are clamoring for the chupacabras. I gotta look and see if I have some comments. I'm not sure if I have any comments, but I did not know they were this crazy. This guy has them. He's holding them at 36 here, so I don't think they're gonna go too high. But man, that is freaking wild, man. That is wild. Don't that 48 cents ain't shit. That's shipping. That's what you're paying for this card. So yeah, man, we're looking at 36 of them at $5 basically, 4.85. That is wild for Chupacabra, and that's the common. That's just the common. All right, let's go to it's just the prismatic. What's the prismatic going for? Look at that. Just go get the prismatic right now. I'd rather just get the prismatic. There's a whole bunch of them. Oh my god, right when I said that, there is one page. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. There's freaking 10. There's 10. Okay, I'm tripping. Alright, I'm tripping. This is the first time I'm seeing the amount. I was aware of the price, but not the amount. Oh man, okay, so this is live reaction to me finding out that there's a very limited supply of Danger Chupacabras on the market. Everyone right now, pay attention. If you got them, and if you're posting, maybe hold them for a little longer, okay? Because you need to see how many are here. One page. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh man, is this card on its way to a buyout? I don't wanna jinx it. I'm not gonna say anything. I am someone I'm very much not high on the buyouts, but I'm looking right here and I'm just like, either that or this is what's left over from a buyout. Maybe someone. I think maybe we're either looking at the aftermath of a buyout or we're looking at a buyout in process. You know, maybe because this could be like a buyout in process, and you just have a whole bunch of people coming in and just buying this thing out. Let's see how many. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, yeah. Nothing's changed, but we're looking. Yeah, okay. Well, we're either in the process of a buyout or this is the aftermath of the buyout, and there's just the scraps left. There's a whole bunch of common ones left because no one really wants to go for the commons. So yeah, we're just gonna leave that one at that. If you have these, you're good. If you don't have them, I would probably avoid buying them right now because you might sit there and have to pay a lot of money. Danger Mothman. Okay, so you got you got its reprint. This one did get the reprint. Which is good. Mothman is going very expensive, but of course when one thing goes down, another thing goes up. So you got very affordable Mothmans. That's good. Affordable Mothman are good. This is always one that's like, it's a level 4, so it's like more generic. So sometimes there's other strategies that like to use dangers, and this is like one of the ones that the other strategies like to use. That one and Chupacabra. Yeah, like being level 4 and special summoning itself and all that. Just yeah, like those are like the ones that other strategies like to use. So I guess the high rarity, what's the high rarity going for? 235. Okay, good. That's fine. The high rarity being at this price is perfectly fine. Better than like for a while these were like 15 bucks and the supers were like 9. It was just wild. All right. And the last card that I want to talk about, it went way longer. I'm trying to get these market watches to like under like between 10 and 15 minutes, but like I said, I go on rants and I like to talk about this and I get passionate about these prices sometimes, but we're going to end this on Imperial Iron Wall. Here's a card that that was like one of the first things I thought of, and I was like, oh, here we go. People are going to love it. But it really didn't take off the beginning. People were I think they were more scared of not having Macrocosmos and Dimensional Fissure than really having its outs. But slowly but surely we see this right here. This is just it. If you do not, for some reason, like I say this for some reason, guys. Like, I'm very much advocate for singles. You know, I do like to invest in sealed product here and there. Like, you know, there's certain products that kind of just, you know, if you're someone who invests, like sometimes they make sense. But for the most part, I am very much a singles guy. So like if I'm also someone who's not into super high rarities unless I have to get it or unless it's the cheaper option or just similar to the low rarity. Like, you know, like if it's like a $1 common and like a $2 super, then, you know, just like, you know, I guess the $1 doesn't really like make sense, but you know, but if it's like a $10 super and like a $1 comment, I'll buy the $1 comment all day. So, yeah, like this right here is probably the lowest one. This says 6 cents. The $1 shipping, 10. They pretty much he's got like what 6 7 cents, and then they all go to 10 12. So it doesn't seem like a lot, but if you notice, it's like gonna double in price essentially. So this doesn't really mean that much. You could just, you could buy, $5 from one of the, these guys if you're looking for other things, and just throw 3 copies of those in. It's not that big of a deal. But that kind of, but I guess this represents this of, okay, 6 cents, then it goes to 12 cents. So 10, no, 6 cents, 7 cents, then it goes to 10, 11, 12 cents. So it's starting to double in price. Then you come over here and you're like, okay, the ultras. Now I know the ultras have always kind of been like, they've been slowly kind of going up, but like, yeah, they started down here and they've been kind of slowly. Maybe people already kind of figured it out, something was gonna happen. But these right here, 4, 4, 2, 4, 3, 3, 4, 5. These are gonna be like $5 cards for some light plays. You're gonna find a lot of mods because these came in the legendary collection and people just really didn't care about them. Like, it just, cards cannot be banished. Like, what's like, this was used a lot before macro and defigure got limited back in the slower formats, but now in this faster formats, I think people kind of initially thought that this is too slow, but at the same time, when you have it out, you got to use it and you got to have it. That's just the base thing. Here we are. We already got the common right here. Look at that. The common is already 225 to 230. We're already going to 270. Look at this. 279. Right? I would go get that rare sooner rather than later. Get your rare and just go get it. You got this. You got these right here. 57, 69, 70, 70. These are gonna start to go to $1. I could very much see this copy and this copy hitting $1. This copy too. The market price is already at 90 cents. This 25-cent one is probably damaged. Yeah, mod play, mod play, mod play. Once, like, if you want a mod play, then get the mod play. Don't matter. But if you want, if you just want a copy and you don't want it to look, decent, you're gonna start paying $1 for these commons, and these rares could be two. The rares are newer. I understand the rares are newer, and maybe them being newer will keep them from going from out that price. Maybe just because these came from the structure deck, people want that like feel of nostalgia when they look at that. I don't know, but this is something to look at. If you don't want to pay $1 for a common, go ahead and try to pay 10 cents for a rare real quick. All right, guys, that's it. I've talked long enough. Thanks for sticking around. Like I said, I'm gonna have more videos coming out, more market watches, more discussions. I'm gonna try to do some more videos like more videos that go off of just talking about markets and just effects and all that. So stick around for that. Thanks for listening, guys. Peace out, and I'll see you in the next one.